Mom, why'd you ask that question?
I don't dig into theology very much, so.
Yeah. Sam? Oh, large fish, not whale. Yes, Jonah and large fish. So, when it comes to things like, so let me just address it generally. When it comes to miracles that are listed in the Bible, the question is, do you start parsing and say this one is more radical, and so we don't believe that one, but we do believe the other one? And then at what point do you believe the miracle of the resurrection? So if you believe the miracle of the resurrection, now all of a sudden you're believing in miracles. And so if you're believing the miracle of resurrection, are you believing in the other miracles of Jesus' life? And it's challenging because, you can take like Noah and the ark, or Jonah the whale, or the axe that floats, or the raising of dead, or the oil that didn't run out, like the donkey that talks, right? You run into all these things. So, well, at what point do you decide, do you get to parse them out, take them out, or which ones do you keep? When they prayed for someone who was demon-possessed, was it mental illness that was healed through prayer, or was it a demon that leaves? There's all those questions, and I think theologians over all the years have tried to figure out, what kind of groups do you put them in? And our men's group has talked about this a few times. And so at Tree of Life, it's as long as you're allowing the scriptures to be inspired by God and authoritative in your life, you're going to be encouraged to see genre, to see literary genre, to say that the wisdom books are not the same thing as the doctrine that's in Romans. And so there's a lot of charity, right, in terms of different ways to interpret and apply things. That's important. I personally choose a more literal view of miracles because I think that's how Jesus described them. So I'm always looking at Jesus for how to interpret the Old Testament and the Apostle Paul. And sometimes they'd take things metaphorically, but sometimes they would grab things literally and apply them to their listeners. So when Jesus actually addresses Jonah and the fish, when he says, as Jonah was in the belly of the whale, so the Son of Man will be for 3 days and then rise again, or something like that. I'm not quoting perfectly. So since Jesus quoted it that way, I'll quote it that way and say it was literal. So that's my answer, Mom. Thanks for the question. Jeez.
That was good. So you guys, I asked you at the beginning, you